in United Kingdom. I couldn't sleep, so I'm going to chant and do some reading. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, I need to invite people. Let's just do that bit. So I'm just posting the video on Facebook, and I'm just gonna do it on here on the groups. Okay. Okay. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hey Lalita, I didn't know you was there. You can't sleep either. Hare Krishna, Krishna. I think actually. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Gosh, it was really hey, Gregory, Georgie, Harry, Merry Christmas to you. How are you? Hare Krishna. I found a cousin of mine on, I think she was on TikTok. I was doing some reels and some TikTok videos, just one. And she was on there. Oh my God, that was so easy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. She's my mum's brother's daughter. Quite wild and outrageous, actually. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So I haven't been able to feel any ecstasy. Hoping for it to come back as quick as possible. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So is it dry chanting? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey Leroy, how you doing? Where have you been? A merry Hare Krishna mass to you. Thinking highly of the Old Testament, and you will be welcomed by the New Testament, the Testament believer. Hey William, all right. Yeah, I saw that you was around before. Lilita saying he always comes back and will come back now as well. He He always came back and will come back now as well with huge triumph. Bless you. Be blessed, River Yamuna. Sorry, I didn't see them. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And my connection is a bit spotty, oh dear. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Two together makes a good number. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So they say, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Makes sense? Yeah? Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. It feels, Haribo, Lalita as well. Feels, because I'm not able to feel my ecstasy, it feels, why, Krishna, why? Why can't I have my ecstasy? And as we know, we need to make more room for Krishna. I'm so angry in that, where we're making more and more room for Krishna. And you settle into that. And then Krishna wants more and more room. Wow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna. I don't know if I'm being too trying to feel. Well, I'm not trying. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Oh, please keep me in the now, Krishna. Keep me in the now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. It's actually like what Shama, just do it. Hey Mary, what Shama was talking about of not wanting to go further because of not knowing what's going to happen, but actually thinking in my mind what's going to happen when I don't really know that's going to happen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I don't know if that made sense to you guys. Replying to Mike. She is loving this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So I'm gonna read. Has she heard of a beatitude? I have bliss and don't even notice it. Made sense. So I'm going to read from this book. I don't really know what to say, so because nothing's coming out really. You have bliss and don't even notice it. That's it. I was like contemplating on that. I have bliss and I don't know. I say things and I don't know. I do things and I don't know. Things have kind of come together and I don't know what my part was. Wow. Anyway, we're going to read. Don't worry. I'm not going to worry. Nothing is going to really happen now till next year. It can never be like before. Any examples, they can never be like before. meaning how I'm feeling. It's not like before. I want to say I feel held by something. But I really need to be sure. I'm not going to worry. Okay, so it's from the Chaitanya Bhagavad by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. It's the first part, still the first part of his life. It's chapter 6. Nimai begins study and performs mischief. All glories to Srila Gora Haridas. All glories to Srila Gora Haridas. All glories to Srila Gora Haridas. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gora Bhaktavrinda. I'll just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Lord, okay. Oh, Lalita, if you're there still, it's page 59. Lord Gauranga, like the child Gopala Krishna, performed his playful pastimes in various ways. Soon, the time for his formal education approached. Fixing an auspicious day and moment, Sri Mishra, the most elevated Brahmana, formally placed the writing chalk in the hand of his son. After a few days, the Sri Kudakaran ceremony, when young Brahmana boys shaved their heads, leaving only a shikha, was performed amidst all of Nimai's friends. Then after a few days, family and friends observed the Karan Vida ceremony, when the earlobes were pierced, marking the beginning of hearing the Vedas by Nimai, was also observed. Everyone was amazed that Nimai could write down all the alphabet letters immediately upon seeing them. Within 2 or 3 days, Nimai had learnt all the conjunct letters, and he spent the time writing the many different names of Supreme Lord Krishna, such as Ram, Krishna, Murari, and Vanama. He studied eagerly and wrote day and night. Narayan, yes, I need Leroy, I need inspiration to study, to do some study. Actually, what I need to do, I find really interesting, but I'm dragging my heels in doing it. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. Narayan, the lord of the Vaikuntha planets, took the guise of the child Nimai, and studied with other children in Nadia. Only the most fortunate souls could see his wonderful pastimes. Everyone fortunate enough to hear Nimai became enraptured by hearing his sweet recitation of the Bengal alphabet. So speaking the Bengal alphabet. Lord Gaurachandra performed his extraordinary pastimes. He would demand things that were impossible to obtain. If Nimai could not catch the bird that he saw flying in the sky, he would weep bitterly and roll in the dust. Sometimes he cried for the moon and the stars in the heaven and would thrash his arms and legs violently upon being told that could not happen. That could not have them. Oh, being told that I think it should be he could not have them. At such times, everyone tried to pacify the child. Jagannath Mishra would take him in his arms, but the child would refuse to be pacified. Give, 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 he would say. See? The only remedy for Nimai's crime was kirtan of the names of Lord Hari. Everyone would clap their hands and chant, Hari, Hari. Only then would Nimai forget his distress and become calm. So every time I read that, it's like, yeah, just keep chanting and you'll become calm. The frequent chanting of Lord Hari's name for the pleasure of Nimai turned Sri Jagannath Mishra's house into the transcendental abode of Vaikuntha. One day, the Lord continued to cry in spite of the loud chanting of Hari's name. Someone said, "My dear Nimai, come and dance nicely. We are singing Lord Hari's name." However, Nimai continued to cry, not listening to anyone. "Speak, dear child. Why are you crying so much?" "Why are you crying so much?" they asked him. "Dear child, tell us what you want. We will bring you whatever you like. Simply stop crying." The Lord replied, "If you want to save my life, then quickly go to the houses of the two Brahmins, Jagannath Pandit and Haranya Pandit. I am very attracted to the homes of these two pure devotees. If I could eat their offerings, I would become healthy and calm, and then I could behave. Excuse me. And I could behave normally. I don't know if that's going to happen to me. Behaving normally. I don't think I know what it is actually with having such a non-mainstream life. The heart's dreams. Okay. Now, where was I? Okay, there. I am very attracted to the homes of these two pure devotees. If I could eat their offerings, I would become healthy and calm, and then I could behave normally. Krishna, I need to behave normally. Normally. Nimai's request was impossible. That's what I'm thinking. It's impossible for me to behave normally. Hey, Farah. Hare Krishna. Nimai's request was impossible. What he wanted was neither practiced amongst men nor sanctioned in the scriptures. Mother Sachi felt distressed. Everyone smiled at his childish words and promised, "We will give you whatever you want, child, but just stop crying." Jagannath Mishra, sorry. Jagadish Pandit and Haranya Pandit were topmost Vaishnava devotees and inseparable friends of Sri Jagannath Mishra. When they heard of Nimai's request, they were filled with joy. The true Brahmana Vaishnava said, "This is a very extraordinary story. We have never seen such an intelligent child. How could he know that today was Akadashi and that a large variety of foods had been offered to the Lord? Now we understand the child's exquisite beauty. Lord Gopala Krishna must be residing within him. The Supreme Lord Narayan acts through this boy, sitting in his heart. The Lord prompts Nimai to speak in amazing ways. The two Vaishnava Brahmanas decided to give all the offerings to Nimai, and they took everything to his house with great delight. Eat these offerings we made to the Lord, they told Nimai. Our desire to satisfy Lord Krishna will thus be fulfilled. Only by Krishna's mercy can one develop the spiritual intelligence to perform devotional service. Other than the Lord's servants, no one possesses such intelligence. Excuse me, something's bit me. Let the light shine through. Yeah. I'm hoping that there, Leroy. I'm hoping that. What's that? FF. She's off again. Oh, gosh. I could be on more often. Yes, absolutely. You will put my tears in a bottle. You'll put my tears in a bottle. In a bottle. Battle. In a bottle. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama. Completely forgot where I was. Okay. I'm just going to go from here. Love ya. You really don't sleep there, parrot. Her unbreakable glass babe. Do you know what? It's true that actually, after all the things that have happened in my life, in this life, all the experiences and all the I don't like saying it. All the drugs and things that I've had and I've taken, due to real periods of sickness, and all those things that I've had, I cannot believe that this human being is still sitting here, Oh yeah, many buddies and bottles. Okay, Para, listen, come on now. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. Eat these offerings we made to the Lord, they told Nimai. Our desire to satisfy Lord Krishna will thus be fulfilled. Only by Krishna's mercies can one develop the spiritual intelligence to perform devotional service. Other than the Lord's servants, no one possesses such intelligence. Now, I want to say here that strong lady, strong body, oh God, I don't know how I'm strong, I'm standing. I just know that I have the crutches of the Lord holding me up. I want to see behind the scenes, don't you? So yeah, again, I want to say here that the Lord is telling me things. But I don't know if he is. I think I'm actually actually really naughty actually. So I'm just gonna gently bring it back to that I don't hear him actually at the moment. But yeah, yeah. Because okay, I'm going to read. I don't really know. So from reading the scriptures as much as one has been reading for this time now, from how the pastimes are written and what they are written, the content is always talking about. The Lord is always saying, I'm not going to tell you about me until you listen to my devotees, my real devotees, because they can pass it on to you. I can't tell you about myself. And it talks about that, how like when Nityananda takes devotees to the Lord, and Lord, he tells us himself. And that's what I'm missing, is the Lord telling me himself. And the excitement, and more so the satisfaction, actually, more so. I don't trust this. I don't trust excitement. It's a bit uncontrollable. Okay. So I've been told they will come back, and we'll keep going. Yeah. So Parasite, nice clip round the ear. Pull your ear like that. You're a naughty boy. Or a one-handed clap. yeah, definitely. Okay. So, only through devotional service can the Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, be known as he is. The entire cosmic manifestation has emanated from the pores of his hair, of the hair of his body. The Lord's eternal servants, Jagadesh and Haranya Pandit, saw to their full satisfaction how the Supreme Lord, as a Brahmin child, performed his transcendental, playful pastimes. It feels like, you know what? It feels like one has been so serious, so wrapped up in this serious and taking everything serious, and not so. I was even given an award for being a very serious student. Just serious. And Krishna is a rascal, and he's really naughty, and he does all of these things. And it's like I'm trying to be ready. I don't know. It's like I'm trying to be ready for Krishna. When's he coming? Which way? So I can run away from any kind of pain. Anyway, let's keep going. The Lord happily received all the offerings from his devotees, and he tasted a little of something from every preparation. Smiling with pleasure, Nimai ate Krishna's offering, and all of his usual whims were appeased. Everyone in the house sang Hari, Hari, and the Lord ate and danced to the chanting of his own name. Nimai dropped some of the food on the ground, and some was smeared on other family members. In this way, the Lord of the universe, the controller of the threefold miseries, performed his transcendental pastimes. So what I find, well, from reading of, yes, Mary, what I find nice sharing, I'm not really sharing much, actually. What's I going to say now? Yeah, from reading all these pastimes and hearing these pastimes, I feel like I've experienced everything. Not at this time when this happened, but at different times of my life. I'm like, I did that. I did that. I saw that. I did that. I did that. So it's like everything comes from these scriptures, because this is about this little bit, and it's not, I don't know if it's a great example, is it Boxing Day now? I missed Christmas Day, let alone Boxing Day. What was I saying? Yeah, about the like food fights, smearing food, putting food in people. All of these traditions, putting food in each other's mouth. They have them in Indian culture all the time. Putting the food of absolute truth in my mouth and speaking that. Yeah. And eating that. I miss that, actually. I miss that. I think I need to go and have something to eat, actually. Because I've been eating a little bit often. Okay, so let's just go on from this. So we just spoke about them having this transcendental fun. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is described in all the Vedas and Puranas, played like a child in Sachimata's courtyard. As he grew, Nimai became completely absorbed in the restless mood of a young boy with the other restless young sons of the Navadweep Brahmins. No one could restrain him, and he wandered freely with his friends. You know what? I don't know why, but the film Grease just came in my head. Maybe if I thought about it. Leroy saying to Para, my sister gave me a truth. There are 3 women in the world to every one man. How many is that supposed to be gurus you asking for? Rice Krispies, my sister. My sister gave me truth. There are 3 women in the world to every one man. How many gurus you asking for? Well, I don't know if this is what you're saying, Leroy. I don't know if it's true that there's three women to every man, because I've heard that statement for most of my life, from when I started understanding what it meant. Gurus, how many gurus am I asking for? If that's what you mean, because you haven't spelled it right. So I think that's what you mean. Everyone, actually, because I have my Diksha guru and my initiating guru, in spirit, initiation in spirit and truth. And we want everyone to be guru, so we can learn from each other all the time in pure love, in prema bhakti. So we can all become gurus and spiritual masters in prema bhakti, because we're always in the heart of the Lord, and he resides with us as well. Yeah. So yeah, everybody to be guru, so I can wake up and walk in my garden and speak to my next door neighbor about the Lord, about praising the Lord, about who he is and what we are. Anyway, so Paris saying we are all good little boys drifting within a current. Well, are we all just boys, Para? because I'm starting that what you say, because I know you say some profound things actually. Paradeal. Because I've been told that I'm a huge current wave, moving things. Okay, so Leroy saying it has been years, could be 4 now. Okay. Mother, so are you having a discussion, mother, wife? Oh, yes, mother, wife. Oh, so you're talking about it in a different way, I see, yeah. Okay, so I don't know much about that. So we are parasite. Almost everything is my child, Yamuna, apart from the stuff. Back, injured from shit or regurgitated. Yes. Ah. Oh, sure. I don't know what I've done. I've done something. Anyway, yes. We are all men, kind of. Do not ask this till you see her heart. Believe me. Well, I don't know. My heart's been a bit shaken, actually. Leroy. Yeah, so where have you been? Why don't you come? We've missed you, Leroy. So. Oh yes. So we just come from Nimai wandering freely with his friends. I've got a nice pair of trainers. Congratulations. Okay. You know, like it just spoke here, Para, about how because of devotional service, the Lord reveals himself to us. And whilst I'm in a place where he's not revealing himself to me, every time in devotional service, by hearing from Srila Gaura Haridas and his devotees, Hare Krishna, Krishna, I've always been able to get closer to the Lord and always be able to understanding even more and more and more. Whilst I see now that you seem to have a lot of experience with, the deeper platforms. I think you call them platforms. The deeper platforms, which is not what I want to go. I want to know. I don't remember that much about Smokey and the Bandit, and I didn't like Steptoe and Son. Actually, didn't like that. Okay, come on. Let's do a little bit more. Upon meeting another young boy, Nimai would poke fun at him, and the boy would return the taunts until a quarrel broke out. Nimai and his friends always won such quarrels because Nimai was more powerful. The opponents inevitably went away defeated. How enchanting Nimai looked with his body covered in greyish dust and speckled with drops of black writing ink. After finishing their studies each day at noon, Nimai and his friends went to bathe in the Ganga, amusing themselves all the way. Diving into the waters of the Ganga, Nimai and his friends challenged one another by splashing. Who can describe Nadia's opulence? Nadia's opulence in those days. Hundreds of people gathered at the bathing place on the river. It was impossible to to keep track of the number of different people who had come to bathe, who would come to the bathing place. Renunciates in saffron robes, householders, peaceful gentlemen, children all came there to bathe. The Lord performed wonderful water sports with his friends, sometimes floating about with the current of the Ganga. Using the excuse of water sports, Nimai often splashed water from his divine lotus feet upon whoever was near him, thus showering his grace upon them. People would warn Nimai not to be so mischievous, but he would not pay no heed, nor could anyone catch him, as he was the sweetest swimmer, or shall I say the swiftest swimmer. So I'm not. Who has the smoking gun? I surrounded by snakes with some kind of light on. Sea currents, lol. Okay. The Lord performed wonderful water sports with his friends, sometimes floating about with the currents of the Ganga. Using the excuse of water sports, Nimai often splashed water from his divine lotus feet upon whoever was near, thus showering his grace upon all. People would warn Nimai not to be so mischievous, but he would pay no heed, nor could anyone catch him, as he was the swiftest swimmer. Nimai would force everyone to bathe several times by contaminating them, by touching them after their bath, or sometimes by spitting upon them. Unable to catch Nimai to rebuke him, the enraged Brahmana stormed off to his father. Dear Mishra, my good friend, one gentleman said, please listen well. I have come to complain about your son's misconduct. He does not allow us to perform our daily oblations in the Ganga properly. Another man complained. He splashes water. He splashes water on us and disturbs our meditation. Furthermore, Nimai says, Who are you? Who are you meditating on? Just look at me. In this Kala Yuga, I am directly Lord Narayan himself. They all came with different complaints. One man said, he stole my Shiva Linga deity. Another said, he ran away with my outer clothes. Still another reported, I prepared for Lord Vishnu's worship, and collected in one place all the different ingredients like flowers, durva grass, sandalwood, and a seat for Lord Vishnu. When I went for my bath, Nimai sat on Lord Vishnu's seat, ate the offering, and threw the other ingredients away. Then Nimai said, why do you feel so sad? The Lord of your worship has himself eaten your offering. The people continued to complain. One Brahmana said, I stepped into the water to recite my Gayatri mantra. And from nowhere, Nimai came from under the water and pulled me away by my feet. Another said, my clothes and flowers are invariably, taken away. Yet another said, he steals my Bhagavad Gita scripture. Another exasperated voice added, my son is very young. and he might put water in his ears and makes him weep miserably. Sometimes someone else complained, he sneaks around to my back and climbs onto my shoulders shouting, I am Mahesh, and then jumps down. Another complained, he sits on my seat of worship and eats all my offerings. Then he performs worship of Lord Vishnu. He throws sand at anyone who has finished bathing, and all the other restless, mischievous boys join him. One of his worst tricks is that while the women and men are bathing, he mixes up their clothes, and when they want to dress, they become quickly disturbed. They become quite disturbed. Okay. You have to carry some kind of substance, otherwise you would be sky bonkers. Even farts speak to me. Well, everything is a vibration, isn't it, Para? I'm gonna have to go soon. Everything is a vibration anyway. Everything has a sound, you know. Even I feel really embarrassed saying this, but even when I break wind, it's really at 50. I never used to fart, and I have the loudest farts now ever, and it's like music. Like music. Very loud noises. Like when I sneeze, it's really loud. When I cough, it's loud. When I laugh, it's loud. When I cry, it's loud. Okay. Oranges and lemon rings the bells of Satsanga. No, it's not that. It's ringa ringa roses, pocket full of poses, tissue. Oh, it's not that one either. Can't remember that one. Because you like to be weird. And not that you'll believe me, you like to be weird. You like to be different. You like other people to think that you're different. You like to act crazy. You like lots of attention. So I'm only saying this because you asked. So if you don't want me to say it anymore, tell me to stop. You're funny. You've had some profound experiences. Just getting to know your heart there, Para. Very good. And once we do, it can be as weird as you want. Because it's the heart that just matters. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Can you imagine, Para, somebody on the other side of the world that, from a country, from a kind of a culture that you've never really heard of, you don't know much about, and you just came across each other. I don't know how. I'm not going to go there. Can you imagine how different you're going to be to each other? Just completely different. Yeah. We are so different. But we all have Krishna in common. And right now, I'm struggling to feel Krishna. Everybody's different. There are people who are so much weirder than you and I. And unless, really, because of devotional service, because of our worship, because of hearing the vibration. And after all, everything is a vibration. And this is the highest vibration, which doesn't feel like the highest vibration to me. But it is, because it has been doing that for me. And whilst I'm going through a time of reflectiveness, feeling contemplative. Yeah, it's nice. Some lights are very strange. So you have to explain that there, Para. So Leroy say, this, P, I don't know what that says. I don't know what that says. This P-L-L, pittle, this pittle. I don't know what it says. I'm sorry. I can't read it. I'm just a mere speculative. That don't even make sense. Speculative. I'm just a mere speculative. You're a mere speck. In fact, we're all a mere speck. A little tiny jiva. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. You and Para have something going on there. Okay, so a little bit more, then I'm going to stop. Or show, and I can't remember where I was on this page. Okay, just a little bit more. Oh. Then Nimai said, "Why do you feel so sad? The Lord of your worship has himself eaten your offering." The people continue. Oh, I've read this bit. Let me go back down and go down further. Okay, we'll do this bit. He sits on my seat of worship and eats all my offerings. Then he performs worship of Lord Vishnu. He throws sand at anyone who has finished bathing, and all the other restless, mischievous boys join him. One of his worst tricks is that while the women and men are bathing, he mixes up their clothes, and when they want to dress, they become quite disturbed. Dear Jagannath Mishra, you are a generous and friendly gentleman, but I tell you, your son Nimai does this sort of mischief every single day. He remains in the water well past 2 in the afternoon, teasing everyone that comes for their bath. How do you expect him to maintain his health? In the meanwhile, many angry young girls from the neighborhood approached Sachi Devi. They arrested Sachi Devi with serious complaints. Please hear from us, respected mother, about your son's misdeeds. He steals our clothes and uses awful, abusive language with us. It's just like he does. I don't know. You know what? I'm just talking because I don't know if you guys are listening, actually. Watch a few of my vids on my profile, LOL. I may not. Yeah, he is a bit of a nutter. Details about Para on his page. Mental. Yeah. Okay, so where was I? I was just going to say something. So he just causes so much mischief to people. So we come out of our programming and our conditioning. I thought I was coming out more and more of my conditioning from the past, but it seems like I'm coming out of, Krishna's taking me out of conditioning from now as well. Because he does all of these rascal things to take us out of our conditioning or out of our paralyzed or stuckness. Yeah. I'm just looking where I finish. Oh, at the top. Okay, I'm finished now. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Thanks to Para, I drink from her every time I go to Vrindavan. You're talking about Radharani there. Thank you. I will sleep now. Me too. Thanks to Leroy, Krishna removed obstacles. Krishna removes obstacles, yeah. Thank you to Leroy, Nimai, Lalita. Mary was here as well. I'm going downstairs to have something to eat. Then I'm going to go to sleep. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Gaura Hari Das. My name is River Yamuna Devi Dasi. Yeah. One of many. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.